There is a reason the American people are frustrated. The frustration is not simply mild or passing or ephemeral. It is volcanic. Over and over again, the American people go to the ballot box. Over and over again, the American people rise up and say, the direction we're going doesn't make sense. We want change. Over and over again, the American people win elections. In 2010, a tidal wave election. In 2014, a tidal wave election. And yet nothing changes. Why is it that our leaders cannot stop bankrupting this country, cannot stop the assault on our constitutional rights, cannot stop America's retreat from leadership in the world? It's a very simple dynamic when you have two sides allegedly in a political battle. One side that is relentlessly, unshakably committed to its principles, and the other side that reflexively surrenders at the outset. The outcome is foreordained. I will give President Obama and the Senate Democrats credit. They believe in principles of big government. They believe in this relentless assault on our constitutional rights, and they are willing to crawl over broken glass with a knife between their teeth to fight for those principles. Leadership on my side of the aisle does not demonstrate the same commitment to principles. Republican leadership has said we will never, ever, ever shut down the government, and suddenly President Obama understands the easy key to winning every battle. He simply has to utter the word shutdown, and Republican leadership runs to the hills. So next he says, okay, Republicans fund my unconstitutional executive amnesty. It's contrary to law. It's flouting federal immigration law. But you Republicans fund it anyway. Or else I, Barack Obama, will veto funding for the entire federal government and shut it down. President Obama promises if you try to do anything on Obamacare, I, Barack Obama, will veto funding for the entire federal government. And Republican leadership compliantly says, okay, fine, we'll fund Obamacare. Or now you turn to Planned Parenthood. Barack Obama, this will surprise no one, says fund 100% of Planned Parenthood with taxpayer money. Mind you, Planned Parenthood is also the subject of multiple criminal investigations for being caught on tape apparently carrying out a pattern of ongoing felonies. The proposition that we should not be sending your and my federal taxpayer money to fund a private organization under multiple criminal investigations, that ought to be a 100-0 vote. But I mentioned before, Barack Obama is absolutely committed to his partisan objectives. So what does he say? If you don't fund this one private organization that's not part of the government, that's under multiple criminal investigations, I, Barack Obama, will veto funding for the entire federal government. Well, it will surprise no one. Republican leadership says, we surrender. Now, the response is we can't win this fight. We can't win the Planned Parenthood fight. Why? Because we don't have 60 votes, because we don't have 67 votes. Mr. President, if that's the standard, then Republican leadership's standard is we will only do whatever Harry Reid and Nancy Pelosi approve of. You want to understand the volcanic frustration with Washington? It's that Republican leadership in both houses will not fight for a single priority that we promised the voters we would fight for when we were campaigning. There is a reason the American people are fed up with Washington.